Look at this lady here.
Everyone. Well, Bulls for life.
Look at this lady here.
Everyone. Well, Bulls for life.
I'm locked into what I'm doing because I've
Rahubat Moisar. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Shalom. Hotep. Peace and blessings to all over the world and especially all over the internet. So I'm excited today. Hopefully, I'm here on Facebook. Of course, I'm here on Facebook and then YouTube, Daily Motion, Periscope. So wherever you're watching this, I'm really, really excited with the information I'm about to present for you. Now, I had a little trouble with sound before when I was trying to show my screen. So I wanted y'all to let me know, please, if there's any trouble whatsoever, because listen, I'm prepared to give y'all a presentation with or without this video I'm going to show you. So I want to say good morning to a few people. For whatever reason, having a little trouble opening up my ability to share the comments, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so the comments are not opening up for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and read into the comments a little bit and see who we got on here today. I see we got Pamela Dixon, Reggie Scott, Christopher Voorhees, good morning, Stephanie, Debbie Nixon. Who else we got? I see the chat rolling. Hold on, let me try this. Maybe this will be a way I can look into it. Just excuse the sound for a second, the sound overlay. Yeah, I think this will work better. Oh yeah, we got all the amazing people in here. Of course, we got Danny James, Timothy Hall, Jacqueline Addison, Pamela Dixon. Oh man, and we got a tremendous opportunity coming up today. So of course, all of you who are reading a segment of Ty Best's book, this is gonna be legendary. You know, you got the opportunity of a lifetime. I know who the list is. I'm not gonna shout out everybody that's on it, but I see a few on this stream, like Pamela Dixon and Stephanie and Debbie. Man, come on, this is gonna be fire. So let me see if I'm gonna go ahead and play. Thank you, brother, for letting me know the sound is good. This is not the place I'm worried about the sound. I'm actually worried about the sound on the next one. So let me know. It should be here is where we're having issues.
Roger lives in Tokyo, but travels the earth, spreading the good word of Bitcoin.
The last couple of days, we've been setting up a business per day to accept Bitcoin here in the Bay Area. Today's business is going to be the Super Kyopo Korean supermarket. So for you, you accept credit cards right now?
Right.
The credit card companies are charging you 2 or 3%.
Right.
For Bitcoin, you can do the same thing, but they'll only charge you 1% and you'll still get dollars in your bank account. If you want, you can choose to split some of the payments that you receive into Bitcoins and then some into dollars in whatever ratio you want. So you can keep 99% in dollars and 1% in Bitcoin, or 99% in Bitcoin and 1% in dollars.
Okay.
However you want, you can decide that.
Roger is describing the service provided by BitPay. They take the volatility of Bitcoin's price out of the equation for merchants by immediately converting Bitcoins to dollars at the time of sale.
So right now we have it set to 100% dollars, so anybody that pays here with Bitcoin, they'll deposit the money into your bank account the very next day with only a 1% fee. And I guarantee you over the next couple of weeks, you'll have lots of computer nerds that love Bitcoins will be coming in here specifically to shop at your supermarket so that they can pay with Bitcoin.
The credit card companies, just for processing the payment, they take anywhere from 1.5% to over 3%, and then on certain cards, there's even a per transaction fee, like 20 cents per transaction, plus the percentage of the transaction. 1-2% is big. We're talking about $11,000, $12,000 a month on the average that they just take right out of our account.
I honestly think that there's a really good chance that Bitcoins will be more than $1,000 by the end of the year. Because everybody who hears about, wait, I can send money to and from anyone I want. It's impossible for anyone to freeze your account. It's impossible for anyone to block you from sending or receiving these Bitcoins. More Polish euro, so you can see all these different currency exchanges around the world that exchange to and from Bitcoins. And you can see there's, I don't know, maybe between 50 and 100 exchanges now. When I first heard about Bitcoin and started telling everybody about it, if you looked at that same page, there were less than 10.
And there's no central office at
Yeah, that brother is sharp. And don't try to reach out to him. I already reached out to him. Try and get him there with the GSP, of course. That's the thing I want to tell you too. Shoot big. If you see people like that amazing gentleman that you would love to have on your team, he's driving around the country teaching people the power of Bitcoin. He had me convinced. And I know that brother in the restaurant is going to end up using his Bitcoin service, whatever it is. What a great salesman. But also, it helps that he's educated and he understands, he has some of the core details. You see, he's not overloading him. He's just giving him some of the core basics. Some of the main things. Like, look, they can't freeze your Bitcoin. That's, whew. We could get into that another time. But think about it. Any money that you have in the system, we're not going to talk about what the system is today, but any money you have in the system can be frozen so that you can't access it. Frozen by the bank, frozen by the government, frozen by hackers, frozen. You know the difference? You could have some Bitcoin on a device, something just like this. And you could have Bitcoin on this device, right? on this piece of technology, I could have $10 million in Bitcoin on here that nobody can freeze, nobody can touch, except for me when I'm ready to touch it. And by having it here in the cold storage, even hackers can't get a hold of it. Now, if you want to take it a step further and you put it in a potato chip bag and put it in your safe, it would even be protected from an electromagnetic pulse. Not assuming that we're going to have to deal with that anytime soon, but hey, look. Anyway, let me go back into the video.
There's no central, it's amazing. There's no central office. There's no central place they could go to and say, take Steve's Bitcoins or give Steve's Bitcoins to Kevin or do this or do that.
Who's the owner of Bitcoins? Everybody that owns Bitcoins.
Yeah, just like who's the owner of gold? It's whoever owns some gold. Short of shutting down the entire internet in the entire world, there's no way to stop Bitcoin. And hit request payment. And that's a QR code for your Bitcoin address. So I'm going to scan that. So now I have your Bitcoin address on my phone. I think this is $2. So I'm going to send you $2 worth of Bitcoins. There it is. You just received that many Bitcoins from me directly with no fee. And if you hit the little green square, it'll show you the equivalent amount in US dollars. So you just received $2 worth of Bitcoins directly from my phone to your phone, and you can send money just like that anywhere in the world. You could have told me your Bitcoin address by email or posted on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere.
So I could print this and have it at the register.
Yeah. Yep. And you can check right on your phone anytime that you receive the payment. Okay, thank you, Steve.
All right.
Thank you for the tea.
Now, did he look convinced? You see the way he grabbed his pop's shoulder like, yo, Pops, I'm about to put you on to something crazy. But listen, man, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency is the future of wealth. And it protects your wealth. It gives you access to your wealth. It takes away the ability of other parties to deny you access to your wealth. Isn't that important to you? Isn't that important to you all? I would hope so. Because what good is wealth if it's in someone else's hands? That's deep, right? What good is your wealth while it's in someone else's hands? Well, you know, it wasn't practical to keep all that gold around us or all that fiat. So that's, banks, right? But it's practical to keep the cryptocurrency around us. Why? Because it's still secure. They can't steal this and get my cryptocurrency. They need more than this. They need a secret key. The secret key isn't here. The secret key is somewhere else. Do you understand? Man, phenomenal stuff. I love cryptocurrency. I love the freedom that it gives us to put our wealth back into our own hands and keep it out of the reach of thieves. Corporate, government, and otherwise. And I'm just keeping it real, y'all.
One of the newest standouts in the Bitcoin space is a San Francisco company named Coinbase. They operate a digital wallet service that makes it simple to buy, use, and accept Bitcoin.
I would not be surprised at all if Google, Square, PayPal, everybody is looking at adding Bitcoin in 1 or 2 years. By then, we need to have 50 million wallets. If we can make this easy to use, it's going to be huge.
My involvement in Bitcoin is not politically motivated.
Yeah, dude.
People are realizing large capital gains. When professional investors enter the realm, the stakes definitely change. We raised $5 million from Union Square Ventures. Fred Wilson led the round there.
I think Bitcoin is still actually a little bit under the radar. I think it's moved past the stage where people dismiss it. But I don't think that it's totally gone mainstream either. I think we're in that middle stage right now.
At the end of the conference, Jared from Trade Hill threw a party to celebrate how far things had come.
Yeah, you guys are hot right now. Congratulations on the raise.
Thank you.
It's good money, man. It's well due.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, hopefully it's an advancement for the community.
I am completely pro-compliance. I think, if you don't want to attach your identity to this, I can't work with you.
Yeah.
And, I just need to. I mean, the libertarian side of me is yeah, whatever. But from a business perspective, if people don't play by the rules, you're not going to last.
Yeah.
You're going to just shut down or you're going to go to jail.
Noticeably absent from the
And that's a good point too. While you're getting into the cryptocurrency realm, and I remind you that I'm not a financial advisor, I also want to remind you to be compliant, to study a little bit of the tax laws and the cryptocurrency, read these articles, and also to make sure that you have a tax advisor or tax preparer that you can trust. And there are some, I believe there are still some that are within the realm of Wealth Builders Worldwide. I don't know if they do tax preparation or not, but I can put you in touch with somebody who I think can help, who's right in our own circumference. So, but man, you know, just be compliant. Because yes, like, see, one thing about the IRS is the excuse I don't know is not an excuse with them. So you got to be careful. Make sure you're being compliant. You're going to start making some real money with cryptocurrency. Make sure you're reporting your income. Income, to the best of my understanding, is anything you turn back into fiat. Anything you turn into American dollar is income. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Get as much information on this stuff as you can. He said it. He said if you're not compliant, you won't last. And they're gonna start cracking down. They already are. As you notice on the tax form, you know, one of the first questions on the tax form is asking you about what you've been doing in the crypto realm this year. So I wanted to mention that as well. And, you know, it's funny because all of the gentlemen you see there, and ladies, they're having a celebration. They're in a bar, they're having a few drinks. This was before COVID, of course. And it's funny because it just made me think, so if they go out and they get drinks, right? What are they typically using to buy the drinks, to pay for the drinks? They're using a credit card, right? No big deal. They're just using a credit card. Well, kind of sucks. I'm going to tell you why. I started to use that lingo. They're using a credit card. The problem with that is that every transaction that goes on your credit card is actually goes exactly to what you purchased. Because what you purchased has an ISBN number attached to it. And in order for their system to keep up with the stock, in order for their AI to be able to reorder stock as it goes out, for it to know when they're out of tequila, it actually attaches every increment of alcohol that leaves to a transaction number that's attached to you. So not only does the GOV or know how often you do or don't go out to have a drink, they know what your favorite drink is. Just when we get back to that idea of privacy, right? Now, I'm applying this to going out to a bar drinking because maybe some people want everybody to know they do that. I was just using that as an example, but it could go for anything. I don't want anybody knowing that I like Doritos. I don't. I'm just, you know what I mean? We should have privacy, and we don't have privacy with the current monetary system. That's my message to you today. We do not have privacy, the privacy that we deserve. And so one thing that's interesting is this cryptocurrency has not just taken the world by storm, but it's started to become accepted. You can go places now. It's fungible. You can use it. And that's what has me excited about it. I wasn't so much excited when it was really hard to get and then really hard to sell. I didn't like that too much. But now, you know, now that I can go on my Cash App, turn it back into fiat, pay my rent in a couple of days, you know what I mean, if I need to, that's what I was looking for. That's what I was waiting for. The liquidity. You want to be able to have access to your money at any given time. And that's what this gives you. That's what cryptocurrency gives you. That's what the G999 gives you. Now, I do a lot of talk about Bitcoin because we earn Bitcoin. So this amazing opportunity that we're in, if you're new to this, we're in a part of an opportunity that allows us to get paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And man, I mean, shout out to the team. I'm sure y'all know, some of y'all must know, but you know, this last 24 hours has been exceptional for me. So thank you all for understanding the power of these coins. The coins I'm talking about, the G999 coin, it's a utility coin, and it's going to have the blockchain, which hosts the G999 coin, the main net, that's going to have a host of different applications that the G999 is going to be used to fuel. Not just that, but of course the G999 is based on the deflationary model, or uses the deflationary model. And for the first time ever, we also have what's called a deflationary explorer, which will allow you to see how many coins have been minted, how many coins have been destroyed. I even showed y'all the website yesterday. You can see when the last block was mined and how much coin was paid out because of that mining. So of course, some people have master nodes. There's a few hundred left, 4,000 total master nodes there were. There's about less than 400 that are still available. A master node, comparably, if you imagine a miner, somebody that mines Bitcoin, they could kind of be considered a node. A master node is something where you can, it's really a hands-off approach, and you can make more money, you can make more coin. And of course, we have the option to stake as well if a master node's a little hefty for you. So get back with your upline, and they'll talk about that more with you. Let me get back into the video for a few before we run out of time here.
Representatives of Bitcoin's biggest exchange, Mt. Gox. Just days earlier, the Department of Homeland Security seized more than $5 million from their U.S. accounts. The seizure warrant stated that Mt. Gox had failed to register as a money transmitter, putting them in violation of the new FinCEN guidelines. I'm traveling to Tokyo to meet Mark Karpelès, Mt. Gox's reclusive CEO.
No Bitcoins on here. Not yet. So that will make this completely unnecessary. Well, for now it seems kind of primitive that we're exchanging paper for paper.
And losing.
And losing that. And someone's taking a cut. Someone's taking a little percent.
Mark and his business partner Gonzague are French, but they operate Mt. Gox from offices in Japan. Originally, Mt. Gox was an exchange for trading cards, used in a game called Magic: The Gathering. MTGOX stood for Magic: The Gathering Online Exchange. In 2011, Mark's company, Taban, bought Mt. Gox, and his focus has been Bitcoin ever since. One of the conditions of my visit is to refrain from any discussion about the DHS seizure due to the ongoing investigation.
We've arrived at Mt. Gox. This is Mt. Gox right here. There's no big sign or anything. Doesn't look like a crazy commercial establishment.
Despite their legal problems, Mt. Gox still handles more volume than any other exchange, and is processing around $6 million worth of Bitcoin trades every day.
We had last year an average of 10,000 new customers a month. January it was 20,000, then 30,000, 60,000, 150,000. With what's going on, go down, but we are reaching 100,000 new customers for May.
That's amazing. In a month?
In a month.
Wow.
So it was like this, but still, after what happened, I thought that a lot of people will go away or don't create a new account. But still, 100,000 new customers, it's wow.
And here we've got the office. So with everyone working, hopefully.
Mt. Gox employs 18 people. Not only is Mark the CEO, he's also the CFO, the lead developer, and performs all technical operations to keep the exchange running.
What's it written in?
C++.
C++. Is that your main programming language? No?
I've got a lot of main programming languages.
Yeah, what's your favorite programming language?
Really depends what I need to do. Like if I need to code something really quick and I don't care about performance, I use PHP. If I care a little bit about performance, I will use C++ with Qt, for example. And if I care a lot about performance, I will use ASM.
When we go in, camera's down first until we get to your servers, and then back up. Okay. to go into the Mt. Gox data center location.
Okay, cameras down. We were allowed to snap a few photographs.
One of the main issues we had during the second bubble is that volume of trading was too high compared to what our system was designed to support. To prevent this is we optimize a lot of the system. The old trading engine can reach a peak speed of 70 to 100 orders per second. The new trading engine, it can handle about 100 million orders per second. で、そこまでだったらまた。はい、すみません。降りてからじゃあちょっと教えていただいて、はい。わかりました。
If Mt. Gox's new trading engine can really support 100 million orders per second, it should be able to scale with the demands of professional traders. But with complex legal problems and increasing competition, Mark's attention is pulled in many directions.
Do you work 7 days a week typically?
Yep.
It seems that you do the majority of all the heavy lifting, literally. And
You need to remove your shoes in the entrance. Hi.
Mark is a talented man in one of the world's biggest cities. But maybe he should stick to computer keyboards.
Okay, I missed it.
Awesome.
We are here in northern New Hampshire for the Porcupine Freedom Festival, and this is an event put on each year by the Free State Project. Basically, it's just a bunch of crazy anarcho-capitalists, libertarian types in the woods with freedom and families. Pretty much all of the vendors except Bitcoin.
Let's go. It tastes much better when bought with Bitcoin. Thanks, guys.
Soup, salads, and smoothies.
I would say 1/3 of our sales have been in Bitcoin.
It's $20. So you're paying Bitcoin?
Yeah.
All right. Last year was our first year accepting it. We did maybe 18 transactions, 20 transactions at the most, and now we're up to close to 120.
This community is really one of the largest groups of people in the US, I think, that's truly adopting Bitcoin and using it as a currency because of what it stands for and because of what it enables.
The world is seriously changing now, and it is changing in a very interesting, very radical, decentralized, and in my opinion, positive direction. Shoot, here it is. Price breaks the all-time high.
Vitalik is only 19 years old, but he has a profound understanding of the complexities of Bitcoin and a gift for explaining them. As lead writer for Bitcoin Magazine, he's been traveling the world covering Bitcoin for the past year.
I'm a big fan of the decentralization concept in principle. You know, have lots of different societies operating according to whatever people's own beliefs are. Bitcoin has unique properties that no other system in the world has had before. It really seems like the only practical way forward.
As you move away from cash into your debit cards and your credit cards, you essentially are giving up a certain degree of your privacy without even really knowing it.
And of course, that's what we were just talking about. Giving up your privacy. Sacrificing your privacy for access to a financial system. Well, it made sense before because we didn't have a choice. Only thing that crazy that would make sense is when you have no other choice. You have no other way to pay your rent. You have no other way to buy egg. You have no other way to buy an apple. You gotta do it. But as you see, one of those businesses is already taking in 1/4 of their total money in Bitcoin. The other business jumped to 100 Bitcoin transactions per day. This is a local restaurant. Listen, if you're not getting paid in Bitcoin, not just learning about Bitcoin, but earning Bitcoin, learn and earn. And you don't got to do it in that order. In this company, GS Partners, you can actually earn while you learn. That's what many of us are doing. We're learning while we're earning. And some of us are earning while we're learning. But either way, you can get both of the information. You can get paid to learn instead of paying to learn. See, we're not used to that. Ain't that something? I went to college. I have 6 years of continued education and an insurmountable amount of college debt. The thing is, though, we are used to paying to learn. But what if I told you I can get you paid to learn? Like, if you go to school, you'll get paid. Ain't that something? Well, that's what this company does. Well, that's what GS Partners does. And of course, we have our Blockchain Academy. We have webinars, trainings, presentations all throughout the day. 7 days a week. You see it down there, 7 days a week. Training calls, which is coming up, the power call, webinars, presentations, all of it's at GoldRocks.info. So make sure y'all get there. If you don't know about GoldRocks.info, you do now. So make sure you go to GoldRocks.info. Now, here's the thing there. You need a password to get on there. And of course, I'm not going to give you the password here. What you're going to have to do to get the password to get on all those amazing trainings is you're going to have to get back with the person who shared this stream with you. And if nobody shared this stream with you, my number is right there. So just text me and I'll get with you. I like text. It's a little easier to just keep up with. So yeah, big shout out tonight. It's going to be fire. Once in a lifetime opportunity to see, to be a part of, to join, to read from the Dream Chasers Manifesto. What a tremendous idea that Rain and Shine had. So for those of you that don't know, and the lineup is already finished, some of the top leaders in this company are going to be reading a chapter, and we're going to go chapter by chapter through Ty Best's amazing book titled The Dream Chasers Manifesto. And I'm going to be reading the chapter as well. We're going to have a surprise guest who's going to be reading the chapter. This is going to be one thing that you do not want to miss. Even if you're not reading a chapter, be there so you can stay on your square. I'm just remixing stuff, right? No, but be there. Be there. It's important. It's important. This is going to be a big one. And of course, y'all know what today is. What's today? Today's Monday, right? Well, something really, really tremendous happens every Monday. There's a young lady, a young doctor named Dr. Hollins, and she is going to be setting today on fire, as she typically does. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to be a part of it. So make sure 10:45 is the official. 10:30 you can tune in, probably start listening to some music, but 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, roughly 1 hour from now, is when the official power call comes on. Make sure y'all tune into the power call, because this is not the power call, and this will never be a substitute. This is the unofficial pre-power call warm-up show. Why do woo? I woo. Peace, y'all.
How may I help you?
I want to open a staking account.
The chairman awaits you.
Welcome to GSB. Here are your staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready. Staking options. Are you ready for staking? Now you are ready.